Hello, hello. Welcome to UK Gaming Network. I'm Brian, also known as UKGN Zoidberg. Welcome to another Tuesday live stream, catching up on all of the games that people suggested that I should have included in my top 100 last month. Last week, I learnt a little bit how to play Populous. I say a little bit because I still don't really understand it. And unfortunately, on the random wheel that we ran at the end of last week's episode, it chose Powermonger for this week. So if I thought that game was a bit confusing, apparently this one is even more so. Welcome Patrick, welcome Terra Ken, welcome Jensen Brothers, and welcome Giza. All of you all in the chat already. Hope you are all having a great day. So I have downloaded the manual once again from Hall of Light. I've also had a little quick play to try and familiarize myself with some things. Anybody who is familiar with this game in the chat, please feel free to point out where I'm going wrong. I apparently educated you a little bit on Populous. Well, bloody hell. There's back-to-back Bullfrog games, yes. So shall we go? You've got a double pack of Powermonger with the World War I expansion. Right, so let's start a new conquest. So this is the map, divided up into lots of little tiny areas, such as that one in the top left-hand corner. But that one in the top left-hand corner is the only one that we can currently play. And then the idea is apparently to get to the bottom right-hand corner of the map, which is never going to happen in a million years when I'm playing it. But let's see what we can do. So, this is the map. I am playing this on an A1200 setup with a little bit of fast memory, which is why it's running a little bit quicker than usual. You can zoom in and out with these commands here. These ones will rotate the map. And this is my army here. If I click on the question mark, I can click on things and it will tell me what they are. So it's currently summer. And then I think down here is a blue. Anybody who is blue are the people that I need to defeat. So from what I've worked out, if I click on the sword and then click on one of the people, my army should move down there and do them. It was the Games X review of the World War I expansion. It was not me that reviewed that one. I reviewed the expansion pack for Utopia, but not for Powermonger. Yeah. And then over on the left-hand side of the screen here is the scales of to let you know how well you're doing on the map. According to a little bit of blurb in the manual that comes with the game, it says that that Bullfrog made this game because it was a game that they wanted to play and there wasn't another game like it around. So I believe, because of the scales have gone up there, that I can now end the map and move on to the next one. So I think I have defeated all of the enemies on this map. This is me here. Captain name is Zoidberg. I am in a camp. I am neutral. I have 26 troops and I am carrying nothing currently. So if I click on the little disc icon and go to game, I should be able to retire and that will tell me, yes, glorious victory. That is as much of the game as I know. Anything from here on in. This came after Populous. Populous, I think, was the year before. So if I continue Conquest, I now have the option of going to this island here or this one down here. Let's try this one. Okay. So when you click on these little things here, that tells you what your political influence over the land is. That tells you where all the people are. So I've got a red army.
Yeah.
You got here, which will tell you how fierce your army will fight. Yeah, that's right, Terra K. It did come between Populous 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm essentially just going to play this like it's Megalomania. Because when you play Megalomania, you speed is generally of the essence.
Yeah.
Golden age of gaming, in your opinion? Well, yes, the 90s was when I played a lot of gaming myself. Ooh, let's have a look at who this other captain is, shall we? Captain named Dinesh. Dininch. He's in a camp. He's firm but neutral.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you weighed in on 3 strength, then you will generally just obliterate all the people and you won't have anybody to recruit. Well, I found Megalomania to be much more accessible. Oh no, there's somebody else as well.
Yeah.
That seems to be a fairly large army down there, so...
Yeah.
You think your cat is walking all over your 1200? Oh dear, I have been defeated. Does that mean that I get to have a go again?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And click on home and they will go home. Well, that's what cats do, though, isn't it? Cats just go wherever they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. But... Am I supposed to leave my army for a little bit to get bigger before moving on to the next? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can switch. The Bullfrog game that you played the most was Theme Park, and you have apparently been a member for 8 months, Terraken. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do now have more than... So I do have more than one army.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I now have a third commander. Yeah, I definitely played the A1200 version of Theme Park on the Amiga. It was literally on the cusp of just before I started to move over and play more PC games. So I think I probably played it the most on the PC.
Yeah.
You've got 5 troops. How many troops has this guy got? He's got none. And he's also got none. So how do I recruit people?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Okay, he's now got six troops.
Yeah.
You loved theme park until you got the first roller coaster tycoon on the PC. I think there were a lot of people like that as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna go and get himself an army. I do believe the A1200 version of Theme Park allowed you to run it in high res as well, so that you could actually see more.
Yeah.
Why has he got no food?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you recruit some troops? Welcome, Carl. Hope you're having a great day.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to the scales, I have actually won this island. So yeah, another glorious victory. Okay, so continue my conquest. So I can now either go to this big island over there, or there's a big mass, there's a big land mass down here. Let's try the big island, shall we? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and attack these people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy on the right looked like Matt threw over Max Headroom. He did a little bit, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go into the town.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's a big blue army coming to get me. Get back over to this one, shall we?
Yeah.
It's a very good point, that one. Pointing out that everybody seems to go up to heaven when we kill them. Does that mean that we're the bad guys?
Yeah.
Every single individual person seems to have a description.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I have been defeated.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you're supposed to get bigger armies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's no question that this game is an absolute technical marvel for 1990.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
See, unlike the manual for Populous, the manual for this game doesn't have a tutorial section, so it does just throw you in at the deep end and expect you to just cope. There's a yellow army over there. What the hell is that noise?
Yeah.
Something going on here. Why is... Okay, was that my people starving? Is that what it was? I do believe I'm probably going to die here. This more than Populous is probably closer to what Black and White was like, yes. I didn't really play a lot of Black and White though, I must admit. Oh, being defeated again. Interesting. Can I go and attack these people? Oh dear. So yes, if there is anybody in the chat who can actually tell me what like a good tactic that I'm supposed to use, like what, because I really don't understand the game, to be honest. Because this is a Bullfrog game, whenever you see the loading mouse cursor sponge, you feel like that's what's causing the water in flood. It's a good theory. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Okay. You'd love to help, but you played this over 30 years ago and you sucked at it then. That's fair enough. What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, it is an incredibly slow game when you play it on a base A500. This A1200 version with fast RAM is definitely significantly better. If I've got the manual and I'm struggling with it now, as a kid I would have had no chance. Exactly. That's why I never played this game back in the day. I didn't have the patience to read manuals. It's probably one area where modern gaming is actually an improvement over the old days, because if somebody made a game like this today, they would make sure that it had a pretty a little bit of a tutorial to help to ease people in. I think you gave up around now. Welcome, Azalea. Welcome. I hope you're having a great day. Yay! I have a secondary person.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only reason that you read a manual was for the copy protection password. Absolutely. Well, yeah, that's also something that would happen. If you hover a mouse pointer over something, I'm sure the word would then appear on screen telling you what it's actually for. See, the scales are swinging my way on this map, so I must be doing something right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I try and attack this little hilltop community here? I think that's me having won that level, isn't it? Because the scales are now touching the top. Let's see, shall we? Yay, glorious victory. So that just seems to be the way, doesn't it? So I can now go down that way. Yeah, let's go and attack them in that town, shall we? It does go to show how much more intuitive the Megalomania interface is. Yes, absolutely. I've been defeated almost instantly. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
You love my video about cover disc demos. Well, thank you very much. It was the quickest defeat ever. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I seem to have projectile weapons. Your all-time favourite magazine demo was Lemmings on the Amstrad. Don't think I ever saw it on the Amstrad. They're really not very good, are they?
Yeah.
Defeated again. I might have to try and dig out an Amstrad emulator and see what I can do with that. See if I can have a look at that one. No, I'm not starting a new one. Continue. Let's give that one another go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I making an alliance there? Is that what I'm doing? Yeah, that looks like an icon for two hands shaking each other. Remember, Amiga CD32 Gamer had a demo of a game called Limbo of the Lost that never came to CD32. Well, I think developers in the 80s and 90s got away with a lot in terms of like copying ideas from other people. And it was only when Nintendo started suing people over like Great Guyana Sisters that they started to realize that they couldn't just do that. So one of the games on the in fact a couple of the games on the upcoming games that got given away on Cover Discs video were ones that fell foul of lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Amstrad barely got coverage in Games X. When I was going through all the reviews the other day for my worst games that I reviewed video, there were a couple of Amstrad games in there. Not many, admittedly, but there were definitely a couple. I mean, The Spectrum and Commodore 64 had their own individual pages for a while.
Yeah.
And they were actually my responsibility to do those. Games X sold you on many games, including Robocop 3 and Dynablaster. Well, Robocop 3 was one of mine. That was one of my reviews, and I do believe the box has a quote from my review on it. So.
Yeah.
See, what are the three coloured bars here? It says job symbol and status bar at the top. So that shows you where food is on the map.
Yeah.
Being defeated again. I did wonder why the Amstrad never got its own page. I don't think the Amstrad was as big in the UK as either the Spectrum or Commodore 64. I mean, I had a friend who had an Amstrad, and the Amstrad version of Ikari Warriors was better than any other. I need to do Prince of the Yoke Folk on the Amstrad as well. I'll bear that in mind. Contour map icon settlements is that one. Okay. That one is the objects menu. And then that one apparently tells you where all the food is. Okay. See, why does... Why does it tell you? Why are there like 3 paragraphs in the manual telling you how to zoom in and out? That just seems like a big waste of words.
Yeah.
Your brother used to play this game for hours. Well, hopefully... Well, shame your brother's not here watching then to tell me how to play it. This is the most that you've seen of Powermonger.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I seem to have called in an army somehow.
Such a moody cat.
Yeah.
Every time you show me a snout, new snout.
You have a fondness for the Amstrad version of Double Dragon. Well, what I find curious about Double Dragon is that in the space of 6 months, the same developer made a really terrible version of the first game and then made Double Dragon 2 so much better. On the, when I'm talking about the Amiga version, obviously. Just let her settle where she wants to settle.
Moving her.
I'm sure there was a little village over here. Yes, there is. Nope, been defeated again.
Yeah.
See if I can make an alliance with these people. Not a chance, stupid. That's not very nice, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Shit.
Well, that didn't last very long on that round, did it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to have to chop some trees and they're going to be inventing some stuff. Okay. The Commodore 64 got you hooked on football management games. Well, I must admit that the Spectrum did the same for me because the original Football Manager, I played for hours and hours and hours on end. It seems to me, now that I've played a little bit more of this game, that a lot of the things that this game does were improved by the settlers.
Yeah.
Where you going? Where you going?
Yeah.
The food's over here. We played Charlton's Fishing. See, why the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
You and me both. I would also be curious to find out if this game did actually inspire the settlers.
Yeah.
I still can't find any reference whatsoever in the manual to what the three different coloured lines next to the symbol at the top at the top of the screen correspond to.
Yeah. Yeah.
They appear to be attacking the captain. Okay. Blue is food. Okay. So how on earth do I get more food? Okay. And red is army strength. Okay. So that's why I'm getting my ass handed to me. Because my army is not very strong.
Yeah.
It's inspired for the settlers. It was inspired by Little Computer People, Populous, and SimCity. Fair enough. How on earth do I get defeated so quick? This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not inventing anything.
Yeah.
SimCity was a great game, yes. I played that the most on the Apple Macs, weirdly.
Yeah.
Why is it constantly rotating? There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are they not attacking them?
Yeah.
It won't let me zoom out any further. This is. Let's start again. Right, so is there a little village over here somewhere? Is that?
Yeah.
Gumdio saying this is a classic game. Welcome into the chat. If you can offer me any hints and tips, that would be much appreciated because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they are inventing something. I'm not sure what this does for me, really, but
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
have I taken over that one?
Yeah.
Yep, I appear to have taken over that little village there. There's the red line army size rather than army strength.
Yeah.
I appear to be getting attacked by the blue army again.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Don't seem to have very many troops though. I've only got 4 troops with that one. And he's got none.
Yeah.
We need to stock up on food, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where are we? Wait, stream is live can go on behind his stream. You do know.
Hmm?
Or some the live can go on behind your stream still. I don't have to be quiet. What, man? Lie down. Lie down. There you go.
This is definitely one of the least celebrated games by Bullfrog. Yeah, definitely. People always go on about Populous or Theme Park or Dungeon Keeper. But nobody really talks about Powermonger or Flood, for that matter.
Yeah.
Stop looking at them. Did Fez go upstairs? Did Fez go upstairs? You don't notice.
Sorry?
Did Fez go upstairs or did you not notice?
I think he did, yeah. You can see that once you've figured everything out on this game, it would be awesome. That's... But
Do you want a drink?
I've got one.
No. Would you just have
Yeah.
That's what cats do, they do. It's just stop. They lick their bum anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to recruit more people. This is the issue that I've got.
Yeah.
I think Populous gets all the limelight because it was a game that kicked off an entire genre. Because before that game came along, there were no God Sims.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to go that way because there's just enemy soldiers over there. Select the middle two daggers and click on the icon with the one arrow and the group of people, will you?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's eight people in that village who are discontent, apparently. And there's 10 in that village who are discontent. And I've just run out of food, so my army is leaving now. Fair enough. He's suggesting that I should restart the level. Welcome, Arya Stark, saying weird you've never heard of this game before. We were just having this discussion a second ago about how this is often overlooked in Bullfrog's catalogue.
Yeah.
Yep, defeated. There we go. Grey icons on the map are food supplies from dead generals. Okay. That was the one that I was trying, wasn't it? Right. So, there's my army. Should I try and invent some stuff?
Yeah.
Pick up some weapons. And then go and attack that army, but only 1 star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, conquer a village with 1 dagger selected. That's what I did. I selected 1 dagger. That way you don't kill all the people. And maybe try this one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to let my original army sort out weapons and invent stuff. This lot need to be getting food.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So go and get food from up there. There we go.
Yeah.
Rat Cat saying used to love this game back in the day. They did indeed do a World War add-on, a World War One add-on for it. See, I thought that according to the instruction manual, that apple symbol there is drop food.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just trying to gather some food, don't I? But it's definitely the size of the manual that this game had that put me off playing it back in the 90s. I don't ever feel the need to... I don't ever like the idea of reading War and Peace just to be able to play a game. It does have... Yes, Ari, it does have extremely good ratings. The reviews for this one at the time were very high. See, the blue line just doesn't go up, ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess you were adventuring too much back in 91, 92. Well, yeah, me too. I played more point and click adventure games and platform games and racing games than I did strategy games. Megalomania was the only one that ever really appealed. It got a gold Amiga format reward. Let me pause the game for a second. I can tell you exactly what reviews it got. Go onto the Lemon Amiga website and that'll tell me. Powermonger got 973 out of 1,000 from Ace magazine, 94% from Amiga format. Even Amiga Power gave it 85 when they did a budget re-release of it. CMVG and CU Amiga both gave it 95%. The One also gave it 95%. Zero gave it 95%. And Amiga Action, ever the ones to be different, gave it 82. Oh dear, where did those blue people come from? Being defeated already. It is absolutely games like this. Yeah, it is absolutely games like this that need to be remade for today's audience. I 100% agree on that.
Yeah.
I think if they did a remake of this,
Yeah.
they would make it to have no need to feel silly. If it's not your type of game, then there's no reason why you should have played it. I mean, I remember this being one of those games that I saw a lot of people play around the Amiga Action office, and it never looked like a game that I wanted to play myself.
Yeah.
Oh, I scared off some birds. Dark Omen on the PlayStation 1. I remember that game. I remember there being a Warhammer game on the PlayStation 1 that I quite enjoyed as well. And Warzone 2100, that was a good game as well.
Yeah.
They do run out of food ridiculously quickly on this game, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I was minding my own business, gathering food and inventing, and they just came in and they just steamed in and killed me. And they killed me very, very, very quickly. The bastards. Villagers only produce food when they don't invent something for me. Do I think the Xbox could get one up on Sony by saying that they're going to keep physical discs? I absolutely do think so, yes. They've just made their announcements about how they're getting rid of studios but helping them to stay funded and become independent. But so that's all the bad news that they got out of the way this week. We have Gamescom coming up in a few weeks' time now. I would not be surprised if Xbox use Gamescom as a means to tell people that the new console that's coming is definitely going to have a disk drive that you can preserve your old games with. Village. There's a village over here, isn't there? Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
Sony does seem to be making just one bad decision after a bad decision lately. Oh, just compare the compare the way that Sony shut down Bluepoint and cancelled the game that they were working on to the way that Xbox have allowed Double Fine and Compulsion Games to go back to being independent again as the sole owners of their own IPs, and they've said that they're gonna that any games that have been announced already are gonna be funded. So State of Decay 3, Blade, and what was the one? Senua are the ones that are probably going to remain funded. I mean, yes, it's shit that there's so many people losing their jobs, but they've made the best of a bad situation. Well, yes, up until these last couple of weeks, the only thing that you could say that Sony have done well in this generation is that they've successfully gaslit the entire world into thinking that PlayStation is the only option when it comes to gaming, and so everybody thinks that PlayStation 5 is the console that you have to own, and that's absolutely not the case. By the way, this map is hard to win. Ah, fair enough. Star Eye saying that you think Sony have lost you as a customer. Well, I have been saying for 18 months, 2 years now, that if the PlayStation 6 does not have a disc drive, then I definitely will not be buying one. So their announcement has definitely lost me as a customer, unless they do something drastic in the next 2 years. Can't get your head around the fact that a copy of a digital game costs more than a physical one. Well, yes. The reason why I made sure that I got a PS5 with a disc drive is so that I can buy games on disc. I've bought plenty of PS5 games on launch, like Astrobot and Gran Turismo 7, which you probably can't see on that shelf behind me because they're probably a bit too high. But I've bought them at launch for significantly less than they are being sold for on the digital store.
Yeah.
And the whole reason that they're trying to do away with physical discs is so that they can control the prices of everything. Purely and simply.
Yeah.
But there are genuinely only 5, possibly 6 games that have come out in the 6 years since the PS5 launched that I would deem worthy of being purchased. Ones that have been made by Sony. I'm not counting multi-format titles here.
Yeah.
What have you got? You got Astrobot, you got Gran Turismo 7, you got Returnal, you got Saros, possibly Helldivers, although that is also on the PC. And I think that's probably about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank. I would count Ratchet and Clank as well.
Yeah.
But I have always been a massive fan of Housemarque, dating right back to the days of the Amiga, obviously with Stardust. Let's try this map again. Ghost of Tsushima was a PS4 game. I haven't played Ghost of Yotei, admittedly. So yeah, so I don't count Ghost of Tsushima because it was a PS4.
Yeah.
Same with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2 I thought was rubbish. So Ratchet and Clank is also on PC. Yes, I very much doubt my PC would run it though.
Yeah.
You got a sim set up for Gran Turismo, and you have got Helldivers. Brilliant. I had a steering wheel on the PS4 that I used with the VR headset to play Dirt Rally. And that was very impressive. Oh, and Drive Club VR as well, obviously. Right. We are approaching 2 o'clock, aren't we? I know it's 15 minutes to go, but I don't seem to be making much progress on this game now. So, how about we select what game I'm going to play next week? So there's the wheel. Gran Turismo 7 is good in VR. I have no doubt of that. The only VR setup that I have these days is Oculus. I don't have VR for the PlayStation anymore. And if you've not played it and you have VR, Walkabout Mini Golf. That's the one that you should be playing. Right. So here is the wheel of games that people suggested. We have Emerald Mines on here. Theme Park is on here. Can we go 3 for 3 on Bullfrog? Dungeon Master is on here. Hunter, Skid Marks, Eye of the Beholder. All kinds of different games that I could play. So, shall we see? Stellar Blade I thought was okay, but it was nowhere near as good as Bayonetta, and it's the same sort of game. And Bayonetta came out, what, 10 years earlier? Right, so shall we hit the button and spin this wheel and see what I'm going to play next week? Odyssey. That is a game that I honestly have no prior knowledge of. I mean, I've played it a little in recent times, but I've not played it a lot, so I don't really know. Come on, Theme Park. So, Odyssey, that's from Audiogenic, I believe. Same developers that made Exile. So that's what I will be playing next Tuesday. Let's have one more. Let's try and play a random land and see. What the heck is Odyssey? Yeah, see. Let me see if I can find the box art for Odyssey. You'll find out next Tuesday. Odyssey, let's see, we go. Odyssey came out in 1995 from Audiogenic. It's, as I say, it's the same development team that made Exile a few years before. It got 85% from Amiga format, 79% from Amiga Power, 88% from CU Amiga, and 89% from the One. It is an action adventure platform game. Let's see if I can find you a screenshot that I can display on screen. Image. Let's find that image. Odyssey. Where are we? There we go. There is a screenshot. That is a screenshot of Odyssey. So, not a game that I have a lot of opinion of. People did say that it's one that I should have included in my top 100. So let's play it next Tuesday and find out if that is the case. Terra said Odyssey is a bit like Leander, Shadow of the Beast 3, but also a bit different. Okay. Ooh, crikey. So where am I? I'm there. Go and attack a village, shall we, and see what we can do there. Tom Nom Tuck saying spoilers. Can my army actually get across that little gap at the water there? Oh yes, they can.
Yeah.
Looks decent from the screenshots. Well, we shall find out next week. Wow! Oh, wow! There's a big blue army there. So the dark dots are... I'm assuming that the white dots are allies, maybe? There's not a lot of villages on this one, is there?
Yeah.
Okay, they're steaming in to get me, aren't they? This stream has affirmed that you will not take up Powermonger. Well, yeah, fair enough. I probably won't. Admittedly, I'm probably not going to play it again after I sign out. Odyssey, one of the better Amiga titles from 1995, the era where they were mostly either fleeing the platform or desperate to complete clones of PC games that the Amiga couldn't handle. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Attack some sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently there is nowhere for me to get any soldiers from.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and attack that little building there, and I bet you I can't even get to it. The original Worms was from 1995, yes. Miffed that the last Ninja Collection box isn't displayed anymore. That's over there, isn't it? I will try and get that one. I need to rejig my display a little bit, I must admit. I've been defeated again, unsurprisingly. Yeah, so I think that's where I'm going to end the stream for this week. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed this look at somebody who hasn't got a clue how to play this game, playing this game. So make sure you come back next Tuesday to see me play some Odyssey. We'll try and discover that game together. This Friday coming up, I'm hoping to have the next part of my Cover Discs Best 10 video. This will be the one with that I promised I was going to do last week and ended up doing the demos instead. But this should be the one where it's full games that came on Cover Discs that were not available anywhere else. that's what this best 10 is. And then I've also got a nice long list of best 10 subjects from a little discussion that we had on Discord last week. So expect some of those to be coming up. I also have a re-review that I need to write the script for Shadow Fighter. And I'm also toying with the idea of doing a Commodore 64 retro face-off between the C64 version of Myth and the Amiga version of Myth. So I'm also working on that one as well, but this Friday will be the best 10 video. Virocop, Exit, and Z-Wolf were from 1995 as well. Yes, Exit I absolutely really loved. So yeah, so thank you everybody for watching this live stream. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please make sure you give us a like and subscribe if you have, and if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you come back this Friday for the next video that I just talked about. If you want to become a VIP, just £1.99 a month, and you'll get to watch that video as soon as it's uploaded. It'll be Friday for everybody else. So hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching. Happy retro gaming, everybody, and I will see you next week.